Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum viewers. How are you? Okay, in our previous video, we showed you with the help of this stuff which is available on the tutorial campus, tutorials campus of SAP ABAP program instruction, right? So in which we explained you the structure of the program of an ABAP program. So, and uh, as it starts with a header, and then there are some declarations and dialog module and event blocks, etc. So, and we have started one program for this to show you practically that how a program is structured and uh, how we put the things right thing in right place like this. Okay, so let's start this and we go to the ABAP editor in which we are using EKKO example in which we are just showing uh, a selection screen, right? The selection screen is done, and that's it. And we will later on do further enhancement in it. Okay, so selection screen is done, right? Okay, so let's talk about the parts of the program which we mentioned you in our previous video, right? So this is the header portion, and this is where you, following a naming convention, you give a program name, a report name, and then there is a declaration and then selection screen, and this is to our and in initialization event. Yeah, this is called the event. Uh, it occurs when program is run, uh, ABAP program is run. The first thing it does is there any initialization? So this is the first thing to be executed during an ABAP program. If it is not existing, then fine, it will not do anything. But uh, uh, so the initialization event, here we put all those things which you want to be done as a foremost things to be done before carry on with the selection and other part of the program. So here we are just since we have used a SO date, the selection option date, that is a purchase order, the PO date, right? So in the PO date, of course, the selection option, and then we would be needing high and low for part of the um, uh, date, that is starting date and ending date, right? So the low date will be the system date minus 100, means 100 days before, or you can make any number of days. For example, you want any days of 7 days before the current date, right? So it will take the 7 days from the current date. So, and why it is going to do it? Because it is, you have mentioned that before doing anything, initialize these values and uh, and uh, and show these things as a default in the selection screen. Okay, if we run it, so you have to, of course, first of all activate it, and then you can run it. Okay, we run it. So today is 17th of October. So 7 days is minus, so that is 10th of October, right? So, so initialization uh, event is where you want uh, certain things to be done, some certain variables to be appended, some certain variables are to be initialized, right? And you give the logic into there so that that is executed before doing anything in the program, right? So initialization is uh, the the event, very important event to that. So so the question may arise that what if we we use a default class here? No? We use a default. We can use a default class, but we cannot use any logic as we as deducting 7 days from selling price. So we won't be able to do that. Okay. So so uh, default clause does initialize give the startup value of this variable, but you will not be able to give any calculations into it, so that that becomes the default values of those variables, right? So you have to have an initialization in case if you want to do some to implement some logic into it, then you will have to have an initialization event in it. Okay? So this is the purpose of the initialization. It is analogous to as in our VBA, we use the open event, the workbook open event. For example, if we go to our workbook and we, for example, yeah, you know, let me save it so that, okay. So what we do here is that we go to the, uh, just to draw the analogy of what is the initialization even in terms of VBA. In the VBA, you have the initialization even in right into the book. In the workbook, you say the workbook, and in here you say the workbook open. So this is the startup. Whenever the workbook is open, whatever is written in here, so this is going to be executed, right? The same thing. So uh, is in different other languages as well. You can have in Excel old versions you have the auto open uh, macros, right? If I can see, there is no auto open at the moment, but auto open in is also used uh, to execute anything uh, as soon as the program is loaded, right? So this is how uh, we have uh, uh, the studied that what is the purpose of initialization event. Initialization event, yeah, helps you uh, maintain all those things which you want to be done beforehand, before execution of the program. So whenever the program, ABAP program is loaded, it's first of all looks into it if there is any initialization um, uh, event written in the program. Whatever is written, these are executed first and followed by all of the later part of the that this is the reason that why the values are coming. Otherwise, these values wouldn't be possible to come automatically. So this is due to the initialization event. Okay. I hope you liked it. Thank you very much for joining.